What happens when a single controversial event shakes a nation, divides opinion, and makes one person a millionaire overnight? This is the story of John Ross, an ICE agent, and Renee Nicole Good, the woman he shot dead in Minneapolis. It's a story of politics, activism, public outrage, and crowdfunding, and it's unlike anything you've seen before. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this case is shocking, divisive, and still unfolding. WHO is Jonathan Ross and what happened. Jonathan Ross, 43, is an officer with the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE). On January 7, 2026, during an operation in Minneapolis, he shot and killed Renee Nicole Good, a 37-year-old mother of three. According to the Trump administration, Ross acted in self-defense after Good's vehicle allegedly moved toward him. But this version of events is being questioned by local authorities, including Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, who point to video footage that may contradict the official story. How he became a millionaire. In the aftermath, Ross became instantly wealthy thanks to donations from supporters via crowdfunding platforms like GoFundMe and GiveSendGo. GoFundMe raised over $747,000. GiveSendGo raised over $279,000. The organizers described Ross as a hero who acted in self-defense, while labeling Renee Good as a radical agitator or internal terrorist. Among the most notable donors was Bill Ackman, billionaire hedge fund manager and Trump supporter, who contributed $10,000, calling the shooting a tragedy. Ackman also mentioned he tried to support a fundraising campaign for Good's family, but that campaign had already closed after raising over $1.5 million. Federal investigations. The FBI is investigating the shooting, but sources say it's increasingly unlikely that Ross will face criminal charges. The Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice, which usually reviews police-involved shootings, has not opened an investigation into possible civil rights violations against Good. Federal authorities are also examining whether Good had connections to activist groups protesting ICE enforcement in Minneapolis. They are evaluating whether other activists involved in neighborhood surveillance may have contributed to the incident. However, it remains unclear whether Renee Good participated in any activism beyond the protest on the day she was killed. The Good family response. Renee Good's family hired Romanucci and Blandin, the same law firm that represented George Floyd's family, to conduct an independent civil investigation. In a statement, the family called for Renee to be remembered as an agent of peace, and urged the public not to politicize her death. This emphasizes the human cost behind the headlines, a mother of three whose life ended tragically. Official support and criticism. The Trump administration has publicly defended Ross, stating he shot in self-defense. Ross has also sought legal counsel from Chris Mattel, Minnesota gubernatorial candidate, and could potentially be defended by DOJ attorneys if necessary. Still, critics argue that video footage may tell a different story, fueling ongoing public debate and raising questions about accountability. More campaigns and controversy. Besides the main campaigns, additional fundraisers were created to support Ross, although they raised less money. Jacob Wells, co-founder of GiveSendGo, confirmed that funds from his platform go directly to Ross. He also criticized other crowdfunding sites for allegedly censoring law enforcement campaigns. He stated publicly that the era when campaigns like this could be shut down, with impunity, is over. Platforms now face competition and public scrutiny over what kinds of fundraising they allow. Why this case matters. This isn't just a news story about a shooting. It's a window into modern America, where crowdfunding and public support can make controversial figures instant millionaires. Political divisions shape public perception of justice. Families and communities demand accountability in a world of social media scrutiny. Activism, law enforcement, and tragedy collide in ways that make national headlines. The Jonathan Ross and Renee Good case is still unfolding, and civil and federal investigations may reveal more in the coming weeks. Hooks to keep audience engaged. What would you do if someone you didn't know became a hero in public opinion after taking a life? Is crowdfunding for controversial figures ethical? How do politics, public perception, and tragedy mix in the age of social media? If you want to stay informed about controversial cases like this one, hit the like button and subscribe. Comment below. Do you think Jonathan Ross acted in self-defense, or was this a misuse of power? Should crowdfunding platforms allow donations for controversial law enforcement figures? Don't forget to turn on notifications. We'll cover updates on this case as soon as they happen.